Unlisted videos, insider drops. The only way in is through my private SMS list.
Folks, what Georgia Power is doing in Coweta County right now should make every American homeowner furious. A local mother named Cynthia just watched her entire backyard get targeted, pool, playhouse, fire pit, and all, for massive new high voltage lines. Now, the easement would sit just 12 feet from her bedroom where her family sleeps. She's owned the place for 17 years, pouring everything into it. Now the company says they might buy the whole house, but only at their own lowball appraisal. Hundreds of other properties face the same threat, all to feed giant new data centers. This is not infrastructure progress, this is corporate power running roughshod over regular families. So picture waking up tomorrow, bulldozers outside your window, tearing down everything that you built. That's the nightmare that's hitting these homeowners today. Their property rights, their safety, their retirement nest eggs are all on the chopping block. When utilities can simply condemn land to support trillion-dollar tech giants, every rural and suburban family becomes vulnerable. Communities lose their character, kids lose their backyards, taxpayers get stuck funding the mess while big corporations rake in the profits. This fight is about whether America still protects the little guy or just clears the path for the powerful few. The anger is spreading fast because people see the same pattern everywhere. Data centers and AI infrastructure are exploding. And while families across Georgia push back against overreach, a different kind of American energy story is unfolding in the critical minerals sector. We have breaking news from Saga Metals. They're trading as SAGMF in the U.S. and SAGA in Canada. They're back in the spotlight much sooner than expected. In less than 6 months, this company has moved at a pace rarely seen in the critical mineral space. In less than 48 hours ago, Saga announced a 100% drill success rate across all 57 holes at its radar project, and they did it ahead of schedule. Now, that alone would be major news, but it's only one part of the story. Saga also added $10 million to its treasury through a strategic financing round that positions the company to accelerate development of critical minerals essential for America's energy infrastructure and national security. Watch for the in-depth interview on this very topic on Sunday, and check the link in the description. That kind of rapid progress reminds us that real solutions come from American grit, not from taking homes. So the real story here, it actually goes far beyond Georgia County. These data center power lines are part of a national rush that is pitting families against monopolies everywhere. Even John Rich, he's already telling landowners nationwide to organize and push back. The question is whether our laws still favor the people who actually live on their land or simply rubber stamp whatever the utilities demand. Now, here is the video that was posted by Ansley Brown. She writes, "Meeting Cynthia. Her passion absolutely blew me away. I was left nearly speechless after hearing about what Georgia Power is doing to her property. This is affecting 330 properties. We do not want to sell Coweta. We want to fight." Hear their story.
Hey you guys, it's Ansley Brown on the fight to save my mom's house from eminent domain. Here I am today with another mother and a homeowner who this is affecting. What is it taking from her? Look behind me. It's taking this entire backyard, the pool and everything. Tell us about it.
Hi, my name is Cynthia, and I am just one of many homeowners who are impacted by Georgia Power's high voltage power lines that are going in to support data centers that are being built all over. We were informed that they were going to come in and take more than half of our property. They are going to demo all of these trees, playhouse, fence, fire pits, the pool, the spa, all of this, including our two neighbors' houses. They're completely demoing theirs. This easement is only going to be 12 feet from our house, 12 feet from our bedroom where we sleep. Now, they did say that they would take the entire house, that they would purchase the entire house. However, that purchase is based off of their own appraised value of the house, which is significantly less than our appraised value for the house, our own private appraisal. So it's not also sufficient enough to replace what we have. We have been told many times by them that they don't have to buy the house. They can only buy the easement, which would just decimate everything every single thing, the pool, all of this, everything that we have spent 17 years building, it would be a financial devastation because we would never be able to rebuild this, especially at our age. And this is the only home our daughters have ever known. Georgia Power is owned by the Southern Company. The Southern Company is a $105 billion market capital company. They are bigger and just as big as the 4 combined capital markets of the 4 major airlines in the United States. Delta, United, American, and Southwest. Combine their market capitalization, and that equals the Southern Company, who owns Georgia Power. These data centers that are being built, they're being built for 5 primary companies that equate to $13 trillion in market capitalization. To put that in perspective, you take all the GDPs in the world, and there's only 2 that beat that, and that's the United States and China. Georgia Power is expecting all of the tax citizens and the landowners here to subsidize their project, to subsidize these data centers. And enough is enough.
Thank you. That was amazing. You guys, out here, this is happening, like I said, to 330 properties. There are 21 homes that are being affected by this in Coweta County, Georgia. Not only does Georgia Power not care about our American farmers, they also don't care about our American mothers. This is happening to my mother. This is happening to Cynthia. Wouldn't your grandkids love to have this backyard? Because it's being taken. And on to the point of the easement being only 12 feet from her house, I hope you guys realize that means when she is sleeping in her bedroom, Georgia Power can pull a truck 12 feet from that window and be right there. So what are we gonna do, you guys? Are we gonna let them take it? Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep sharing these homeowners' stories. Come and follow me. Thank you, Cynthia, so much. Thank you, guys. Keep fighting.
Yeah, family. All about to see destruction. Georgia Power. Make way for progress. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I'm sure they could redraw their map somehow and not have to sacrifice these families in the process. It's heartbreaking. So she just laid out how the Georgia Power plans to seize her backyard and pool for the data centers, and now she clarifies there's no existing easement on the 17-year-old property. The question was asked about the easement. There is no easement. Georgia Power is adding an easement on her property that she's owned for 17 years. So no prior easement exists, which makes this outright expansion onto private land. Georgia's code gives utilities the condemnation power, but only after good faith offers. Grok offers this here. Georgia Code 22-3-20 gives electric utilities like Georgia Power the right to condemn rights of way and easements for power lines after paying just compensation. They must first attempt good faith negotiations and appraisals for fair market value of the easement, plus any severance proximity damages to the rest of the property. If talks fail, they can file a condemnation action in Superior Court. Owners can challenge the amount or process, but courts generally uphold utility takings for grid needs. So the law lets Georgia Power force these takings through the courts if talks collapse. Now John Rich is telling landowners exactly how to push back against that same overreach. He posted this. He says, if your land is being threatened by a wind or solar project and you wish to mount a defense against the proposal, hit me in the replies and also file a report at usda.gov/lawfare. I am committed to protecting American landowners from egregious actions against their land. So here's the truth that the establishment doesn't want you to hear. Just because a utility can condemn property under old Georgia statute doesn't mean that they should just steamroll entire neighborhoods for data center profits. These families are not asking for special treatment. They're demanding fair treatment and real compensation instead of forced sales at fire sale prices. This is exactly why property rights matter more than ever in the age of AI expansion. The people who built this country, they deserve better than becoming collateral damage for corporate growth. So the bottom line here is this. American families are standing their ground in Coweta County, and they're not backing down. So share this story and drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the pressure on. And the question, does your state face similar utility overreach? I want to hear from you. And text raw feed to that secret number on the screen, 844-840-4963 right now to get the direct messages we cannot always deliver through YouTube alone. And make sure you check out the Next News merch shelf below this video for gear that shows where you stand. We're with these homeowners fighting to keep what is theirs. So stay strong, stay informed, and we'll see you right back here for the next report.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this. Share this now.